Hello everyone, welcome to Excel for Data Analytics 10-day challenge, and this is our day 10, and this is the last and the end of this series where you are going to learn about charts. We are going to cover 12 types of charts. In 12 types of charts there will be 3 types of charts. So for example, if I am talking about column chart, then there will be 3 types of column chart. First will be your clustered one, second will be your stack one, and third will be your 100% stack column chart. Okay, so all these charts we are going to cover. You can download this PPT that I am going to explain in this lecture, as well as you can download the practice sheet from the description. So let's get started. So we have almost 12 charts that we are going to see. Few will be important where we'll mark that this chart is important. You should know each and everything about it. And few will be like optional. If some data is demanding that chart, then you can draw that chart. You can take a help of ChatGPT also if you are getting stuck, or you can watch tutorial specific to that chart. But yeah, we are going to cover all these charts and types. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay, so let's start with it. So first let's understand what type of charts are there. So you can see here there are almost 12 types of charts that I have mentioned here. First is your column, second is line, scatter, pie, bar, statistical, then combo is there, means column plus line, then area will be there, hierarchical, waterfall, radar, and funnel. So these are 12 types, but in all 12 types there will be 3 types of charts that we are going to see. Means 12 threes is almost 36. Okay, so all types of charts that we are going to see, but obviously we are not going to see each and every charts 3 type. We are going to see every chart, but I'll explain what are the 3 types that you can see in each and every chart. Okay, so let's get started. So this is the slide that you need to understand properly. First of all, there are 3 types of charts for each chart. So this is the example of bar chart. You can see here there is a first chart which is cluster chart. Okay, second is stack chart, and third is 100% stack chart. Now let's see the visual difference between these charts. First is, you can see we have data for new and old like categories over here. Okay, we are comparing 2 categories. One is new and second is one is old. Okay, here also it's old and new, and here is also old and new. Okay, so data is same for all these chart. I am showing this example to you to understand what is cluster chart, what is stack chart, and what is 100% stack chart. Okay, now you can see here is it's comparison for Jan, where you can see here new and this is old. So you can see very clearly that what is the contribution of new and what is the contribution of old for month of January. So cluster chart, what it do, it compares multiple categories side by side. So you can see here your category, which is your new and old, you can compare here side by side. Okay, also if I clear this all these things, then you can compare your Jan new with Feb new, with March new, with April new, with May new. So you can see this is your graph kind of thing. Okay, that you can see here, and you can compare those values in your cluster chart. Okay, similarly you can compare the value of old also. Here it is for Jan, this is for Feb, this is for March, April, and May. Okay, so you can compare this value also. Okay, so this is compares multiple categories side by side, plus each value is shown independently. So you can see here for example, let's take an example for Feb. You can see new is about 20,000 and the old is around 38,000. So these two values are showing independently. Okay, so this is most commonly used chart by analysts as a cluster chart. Okay, so cluster chart will be very important, and we are going to see all cluster charts for all 12 categories. Okay, now let's talk about stack chart. Okay, so stack chart, what it shows total value. Okay, so you'll add old versus new and it will show you single value. Okay, now you can see here this is around 40,000 and this is around 10,000. So 40 plus 10 is 50,000. So it is showing you total 50,000. Okay, so it will sum up and it will show a single value for the Jan. You cannot compare categories over here. Okay, but you can see what is the contribution of category. Now how, we'll see. Okay, so see your Jan you can see this is contributed 50,000 for from old and new, but you can see here the comparison. This old is very small, but the new is very big. Okay, so contribution from the new cells is very high, contribution of old cells is very low. Okay, same here you can see for Feb, your contribution from old is high and the contribution of new is less. Okay, so this is the comparison of individual contribution by category. Okay, so this is the use of it. Okay, usually we don't use this kind of charts, but yeah, you should know each and everything about it. Now let's talk about 100% stack chart, and this is used by multiple people and I have also used this. So whenever you want to compare 3+ categories, you will use this problem. You will use this thing. Okay, so this is 100% stack chart. Now what is happening, they are equalizing all the values to 100%. Now this shows in percentage, so every bar is equal to 100%, you can see here, and shows the percentage contribution. So let's say for example this is your data. Okay, now you can see here absolute value, that Jan old value is contribution 10,000, but you want to see the trend. What is the trend of old sales? So for that, this chart is very important. You can see here it was around 25%, then it increased to 75%, then it reduced to almost 10%, then it increased to 15%, again it's 10%. So here you can see the trend of this thing. Okay, here you cannot see the percentage change, so for that we'll use 100% stack chart. So 3 charts are there, 3 are important. Whenever you want to like use that, you can use that, but mostly we'll use cluster chart only. Okay, now let's go to first chart, which is column chart. So you can see this is the column chart and this is important. Okay, whatever the chart will be important, will mark as important here. Okay, now this compares value across the categories. So for example, you have this category, month wise category. If you want to compare month wise thing, then your month will be on x-axis. Okay, also it shows different value between items, month wise, product wise, or revenue wise. You can compare anything. For example, you have here TV, mobile phones, then you have here tablet. Okay, then you have some headphones. Okay, so you can compare the sales of each and everything. It can be a month, so you can see here it's about month. Okay, then you can check product wise revenue also. Okay, so it will be multiple things that you can check with it. This is very common, you have learned this in 5th standard, so I don't want to explain this thing, but yeah, you can use this. Okay, and this is axis on chart, so you will be having 2 axes. This is your y-axis and this is your x-axis. Okay, and you can show 2+ parameters, means you can see one also. Okay, so for example this is sales, you can show 2-3 parameters. So we have seen this in this, so here 2 parameters were there, so same chart we are using there. Okay, you can show third also here. Okay, it's your choice. If you have third option, you can show that. Okay, now let's go to Excel sheet and just perform the task and we'll explain each and everything. Okay, so before going that, I want to show you the variation of these charts. So this is your cluster chart. Okay, you can see 3 values we have compared here. Cluster chart means simple chart here. Then your stack chart, here you can compare your categories contribution. Okay, this is stack chart and this is 100% stack chart. So from this you can check the trend. For example, the trend for the total sales is almost equal to, trend for the old sales is up. Here going up, down, 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 up, up, up. Okay, so from last 3 months this trend is same. Okay, for the new sales it is different. Okay, it's going down, up, 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 then it's down, down, down. Okay, so in this 100% stack you can check the trend, and for the stack you can check the contribution, and for this you can check the category wise view. Okay, you can compare your categories. Okay, so I hope you understood each and everything. Let's go to our Excel sheet and let's draw some chart. So to draw the chart, it's very simple. I already have one table here. Okay, you can simply create a chart. So this table is there and I already created 3 types of charts. You can see here clustered, stack and 100% stack. Now let's draw first graph. So for that, what you want to do, first of all select whatever you want to do. Okay, now I want to just compare total sales month on month and I want to draw a chart for it. So I'll go to insert. Okay, then I have multiple options over here. So for that I am going into column, and in column there are 3 options again. So first is clustered column. Okay, you can see here. Second is stack column and third will be 100% stack column. So I'm inserting this clustered column. If I'm clicking on this, it will insert one chart over here. Okay, now you can see here the values are already selected, and this will be your total sales chart. Okay, you can see you can edit this chart very easily. If you double click on this thing will open. Okay, you can go to data. From here you can see your data source is B2 to C10. So this is your B2, which is month cell, and C10 is your 70,000. So you have selected this area, that's why it's showing here this area. Okay, so you can see here horizontal axis label and column value. You can see B3 to B10, B3 which is your Jan, B10 is your August, this is your horizontal value. So you can see here this is your horizontal value. Okay, and the column values which is vertical is your total sales column. So this is total sales column. Okay, so Excel is that smart, it will automatically detect your column headers and it will choose it. Okay, now from here you can change the title, chart title. So it is mentioned here total sales. I am adding here one word which is trend. Okay, so this is your total sales trend and it has changed here. Okay, and title position you can change overlay, then you can change to above. Okay, so overlay means it will come here, or you can change it. Okay, you can drag it, you can change it according to your convenience, like this. Okay, then let's talk about other stuff. First is you can change the font and other thing is there. You want to change, you can change field legend. Okay, these are things here. Now let's talk about the main things, which is legend. Okay, now what is legend? So you can see here total cell, it is showing total cell here. Let me explain this thing with the multiple data points. So this is total sales new and old. Okay, now if I am going to legend, okay, you can show, if I turn it off, this thing will go off. Okay, this thing will go off. Let me zoom it a little bit. So if I turn it on, this legend will come again. Okay, here, and you can change the value of it, you can change the position of it, not value. Okay, you can change the font again from here, and you can change the position. For example, it's right, I can put it in top, I can put it in bottom also. Okay, bottom, left, right, and top right. Okay, so these are the option which is available here. You can use according to your convenience, whatever you like, you can use in that way. Now next is our vertical axis. Vertical axis is simple. This is your vertical axis, which is 10,000 to 80,000. You can change the gap of, okay, you can change the gap, everything you can change. Okay, so it's very easy. It is increasing the gap width between this column. I will recommend you to keep it whatever it is there by default, so that it will be very easy to identify your month wise data. Okay, next is tick marks. So you can change tick marks inside, outside. So you can see tick marks are these things. Okay, you can see here, this you can change. If I am keeping inside, it's turning into inside, but I am keeping on none. Same for the vertical thing, you can change. Okay, and label positioning again you can change to low, high, whatever it is there, it's changing to up. Okay, high side or lower side. Okay, higher side or lower side means this is our axis, this is our axis and values. If you want to shift it to higher side, higher mean upside, then you can go, otherwise you can keep it to none. Okay, none means it will go up, but we want it, so we'll keep it at low, because we always have learned about it, it should be at bottom. Okay, so these are the option you will get here. Let's close for horizontal axis, same for vertical axis, but here you can you can change the axis. Okay, axis value, for example, I don't want 80,000 in my value, because there is no value which is touching 80,000. I want to keep it as 70,000. Okay, so if I am clicking on 70,000, if I am clicking on enter, it will change the value. See, now this August value is touching to top bar, so you can change from here. Okay, I am keeping it as it is, which is 80,000. Okay, so in this way you can do it. Major units, minor units, you can change the gap between the units. Okay, this units you can change the gap. Okay, right now it's 10,000, you can keep it 5,000 also. For example, if I'm putting 5,000, so it will change, it will add more values over here. Okay, but right now I'm keeping 10,000. Okay, so in this way you can change multiple things from here. Again, I am telling you most important things. Measure grid lines. So grid lines means these lines, you can remove those lines also. Okay, and in this way you can format your chart. Okay, one more thing I want to tell you, for example, if you want to change the color of this, you can simply go to here and you can change the color of your whatever graph you want to change color. Okay, you can change the color, whatever you want to change, you can just click on it and you can change it. One more thing, you can show the data label for each and every chart. Means, for example, this value for this is 70,000. You can show 70,000 over here. Just need to turn on your data labels and it will show you. So this is your data table. Okay, it will show you the table of your values, whatever order is there for the bar. For example, it is 70,000, so 70,000 will come first, then it is 40,000, so 40,000 will come later, and third is 30,000, it will come later. Okay, so in this way you can check your things. Plus, if you want to show your data label, now data table is the table which will show you, but if you want to show the data table, data labels, then what you can do, just click on your any series and just go here and click on data labels. It will show you data labels here. Okay, similarly you can do for other stuff also. Data labels, you can turn it on. Okay, and in this way you can see, you can change the size of your data labels. Okay, for example, I am keeping here 8. So in this way you can draw your data table with chart. Okay, now let's talk about the, if you want to insert 3 things in one chart, then what you can do, simply you need to select your chart, then go to insert. Okay, and click on your column chart, and this is your column chart, which is cluster chart you are selecting, and in this way you can create your multiple categories chart. Okay, one more thing, if you want to opt out for only 2 values, you can select this much and you can go to insert chart. If you want to, for example, month versus new only you want to create a chart, then you just select that table by clicking on command value. Okay, and go to insert and click on column. Okay, column, and this, so it will show you only a month versus new sales value, and you can draw the graph accordingly. Okay, whatever chart you want to do, you can do that. Okay, and one more method I am going to tell you. If for example you are creating multiple chart, just click here. Okay, for example, I want to clear let's delete this chart. Okay, we have formatted one chart, which is this one. Okay, I am taking this one. Now for example, I want to create same chart for the new one. So what I'll do, copy, Control C, Control V. Okay, I have copied this. I will go to data, and here B2 to C10 it is there. So what I'll do, I'll just click on here. Okay, I will erase this and I will select month and new. Okay, and I'll click on enter here. Okay, now it is showing us this month versus new, and here you can change the like your sales, instead of total it will be new sales trend. Okay, and this will be your new graph. So you can just copy paste it and change the value whatever you want to do, and in this way you can create multiple columns. Similarly, if you want to create, for example, I am showing one more thing. I am selecting this table, going to insert and going to column. In column I have three options, so I am selecting this stack column, so I'll get stack column. Again, if I am going to insert and if I am clicking on column and go to here, it will give 100% stack column. Okay, so in this way it's very easy how you can create your chart. It's very easy, it's very simple. Just need to select the table and click on insert your chart. Okay, I hope you understood each and everything about column chart. Now let's talk about next chart. Okay, next chart is line chart. Now this line chart is very simple. Line chart will show you the trend of your values. Okay, so line chart will use this is most important again. Okay, as a data analyst you should know this thing. So it will show trend over time. So this will be, for example, your values versus your time limit or time axis. Okay, so you can see here Jan, Feb, March, April, this is date and times. So this is your times, and these are your sales values. Okay, so this will be values versus time always. Okay, identify upward and downward movement. Just to understand how this sales is behaving, for that we'll draw the line chart. In line chart also you'll find multiple things, which is your first is your clustered, second one is stack, and third one is 100% stack. Okay, simple, same thing, same logic will be here. Here you can see in 100% stack it will be 100% stack. In stack it will be category versus category. Okay, here you can check the contribution of your category. Okay, and in line it will be a simple trend that we want to check for each category. Here you can clear category, you can check your category wise comparison. Okay, here also you can check category wise comparison, but whenever you will draw the line chart, please prefer this line chart. Okay, this tag one will not give you accurate data because it is not that applicable, or will not, I to never created any data point where it is tag for line chart. Okay, because it will not show you trend. For example, this is total sales trend. Okay, you can see it's total sales trend. You can see absolute value over here. It's not correct trend it is showing us. Okay, right now almost same, but it's not correct. Okay, will not be able to get it. For example, you can see here your old sales. Okay, old sale is green value, is showing accurate mapping over here, but if you see here, old line is not that accurate. Okay, because it is a comparison of old with old. So for example, old in January was 1 lakh, and here old has increased to 1 lakh 40, but here it was old was around 10,000, and here old is around 30,000. So this is accurate for absolute value. This is, it's only comparison of that category with that category. Okay, so this is the use of this line chart. Okay, now let's see example. How can you draw? It's simple, you need to just select it. Okay, just go to insert and click on the line chart. Okay, here are multiple options. So first is your line chart that we have seen here. Okay, this is your line chart, same thing. Okay, what is second option? Let me explain you. So this is your stack chart, this is your 100% stack line chart, and this will be with the markers. Now if you see here, it's markers, and if I want to, let's go to this thing. So this was our simple line chart. Okay, clustered one. Now I am selecting this table again and going to insert. Okay, line, and here I am going to select line chart with the markers. So you can see here pointers, small pointers. Okay, these pointers are nothing but the markers. Okay, that's the only difference. You can draw stack also, and stack with markers, line with marker. Okay, then you can draw 100% stack and 100% stack with the markers. Okay, so it will save your time. That's the only purpose of giving markers thing, so it will highlight the point. Okay, this is also one of the important chart that we are going to see. Okay, third is your scatter chart. It's not that important, it's only used for the relationship between two numeric values. Okay, you can see here, show relationship between two numeric values, correlation analysis, study hours versus score. So we have taken the example here where we have study hours. So what was our study hours? Okay, so when it was 8 hours, then we got 92 marks in science, and in maths we got 80%. Okay, so these are some marks with the hours of study relation. This is one kind of study you can do, and for that, if you want to compare, then this is your chart. So whenever you are doing 7 hours of study, so this is your marks for maths. Okay, around 75, and this is your 90 marks for science. Okay, so this is the only use of this correlation, and you can plot multiple. You can plot 1 also, you can plot 2 plus also. Okay, you can plot 100 of lines over here, but it should be readable. That's the only condition. And it will have again x-axis. This is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. The best thing about this chart is both is having numeric values. Okay, so whenever you have two numeric values, you will use this chart. Okay, so earlier it was Jan, Feb, March, it was a time versus the value. Here it's value versus value. Okay, again it's a time only, but value versus value. You can add your numeric value also. For example, you don't have study of hours, you can add something which is for example time taken to write an exam, or you can write here any other number. Okay, so this number versus this number, it will give you this chart. Okay, now how to insert the chart for this? For example, study hours versus science score. Just go to insert, go to your scatter plot. Okay, you can click here, so it will give you only dots. So we have draw here only dots thing. Then if you click on these lines, it will give you lines. Okay, so this is your line chart. Okay, it will give you dots plus lines. If you go to again, I want to select this. Okay, if I go to insert, then if I go to scattered, here it will give you markers. Okay, so with this is without marker, this is only line. Okay, now if you want to compare two parameters with the study hours, which is science course and math course, you will select everything, you will go to insert, you will click on the line or the whatever it is there, you will click on the scattered, and if you want dots only, you can select dots. If you want dots with lines, then you can select this one. Okay, and it will give you same chart which given here. Okay, so this is the use of scatter chart. Now let's go to our most important chart, which is pie chart. So whenever you are comparing something which is in percentage, if you want to show the contribution, then the pie chart is most important thing. For example, I always present this data to my manager or to my senior ones, where we'll show the usage of our website visits in three parts. First is your mobile phone, second one is your laptop or your web screen, and third one is your tablet. Even if you see YouTube analytics, it will show you three variations, so you can draw a pie chart on the basis of this thing. Okay, whenever you have 100% contribution or 100% value, you can see what is the contribution of that with the this. We can see that in our this also 100% stack one. Okay, for example, if you want to see the trend plus contribution, then you will use 100% stack. But if you have simple like this, if you have, for example, expense category and amount, and this is your 100% what you are spending, and this is your categories, then you can draw the chart like this. This is the contribution. This is not period or peer comparison. That's why we are not drawing 100% stack chart. Okay, so we'll use the pie chart. So in pie chart also, though, two types of options are there. First is pie and second is donut. Okay, now donut, what is, if you cut this chart from this, then it will show you in donut chart. Okay, not, there is no difference, everything is same. If you can see 10% here, 10% here, 5% here, 5% here, this is the majority, which is 30%, so this is 30%. Okay, no change, everything is same. Again, here only two axes will be there. First is your percentage and second one will be your travel. Actually, there is no axis in chart because it's circular, but there are two parameters you can show on chart. First is your value and second is your category. This is value and this is your category. So you can compare those two categories here. Okay, now let's see on the chart how can you draw this. So this is very simple table. You will go, I will select this, you will go to insert and you will click on either pie chart or the donut chart. If you click on pie chart, it will be here, it will draw a pie chart. Okay, and if you select same here, if you go to insert, okay, pie and donut, it will clear a donut chart. You can customize this by double clicking. You can change everything over here. Title you can change, legend you can change, and amount you can change. Okay, you can change the color of the pie also. For example, I am double clicking here, you can change the color from here. I am making it black, so it can change to black. Okay, so you can change that thing also. Now if you want to change the color of this slice, so what you can do, you just double click or you just click on it, left click and click on the color, so you can change color from here. Okay, so like this you can change the color for whole chart, or if you want to change slice color, then you can double click here and you can change the color like this. Okay, so it will help you to change the color. Same thing is there in Google Sheet, you can change everything. Okay, so in this way you can draw your pie chart. Now next is your bar chart. So here bar chart same as a column chart. If you can see, column chart will be your like this. Okay, this will be your column chart, bar chart will be like this. Okay, so compare with categories with long names and horizontal comparison. That's the only thing. So whenever you have very long names, then you can use this. But if you can see this, our column chart, see the long name is not there, it's very small, 3 4 5 characters are there, not more than that. But whenever you have long categories, for example this operations, finance, IT and this thing, then you will use this bar chart. That is the only difference. Okay, now I'll show this difference to you you on our Excel sheet. For example, I am selecting table over here. I am going to insert. I am going to insert column chart. Okay. So see, it is showing us column chart like this. Okay. So you can see these names are getting very close to each other, although these are the department's name only. It's not any long name, but yeah, whenever you will find some long name, you will not use this chart. Instead of that, what you'll do, you'll select this. Okay, you'll go to insert, you will go to a bar chart. Okay, and in bar chart you will select your value, so it will show you like this. So no matter how long your value is, it will be very clear. That's the only difference between your bar chart and column chart. Okay, everything rest is very simple. Also, you can change here from here. For example, if I'm going bar, you can change to stack bar. Okay, it will stack it. Or if you want to go with your 100% stack bar, you can change it accordingly. Okay, whatever examples we are seeing here, the link will be link of this sheet will be in description. You can go there and download. Okay, next is statistical chart histogram. Okay, this will cluster the data. That's the only thing of this histogram. So what it will do, it will cluster the data. So this will analyze to distribution. For example, we have seen the variations. Okay, variations of values in the our last lecture of statistical. So here same statistical chart is there, and it will show you how many values are there in a group. Okay, and this is one kind of distribution it will show you. For example, you have 100 values. Out of 100 values, how many values are falling between 0 to 25? How many values are falling between 26 to 50? How many values are falling between 51 to 75? How many values are falling between 76 to 100? This will show you distribution, and this is the graph we are going to use. Identify spreads, outlier and variation. Whatever you used to find is standard variation, standard deviation, it will show you over here. Okay, now we have example here. We have marks, and we want to show this in outliers. How many outliers are there? What is the value of falling there? How many students are there, for example, who are having lesser marks and higher marks? So whenever you will click here, okay, you will select this, and if you click on histogram chart, it will show you. Now what is it is showing? For example, it is showing 35 to 45, 6 students are there. In 45 to 55, 7 students are there. Between 55 to 65, 5 students are there. Between 65 to 75, 5 students are there. 75 to 85, 4, and 85 to 95, 1 student is there. Okay, as this is drawn from the Excel sheet, I will show you over there directly. Now we have marks of almost 30 students. Out of the 30 students, we want to see what is the grouping over here. So you can see 6 students are there, which is between 35 to 45. Now I'll select this. I'll show you how you can draw this chart. So I have selected this. I'll go to insert, and I will go here to statistical. In statistical, again you have found histogram. Histogram is a line chart, and this one is a box and whisker. So these two we don't need it, so we need only statistical. So I'm clicking on statistical, and from here you can see this is your statistical graph. The one which I already draw here, it's a like I have edited it, so you can edit it. For example, if you double click on it, you can go to chart title, legend, and other thing. You can go to horizontal axis, so gap width you can increase. So if you increase the gap width, it will show you like this. So for example, I am keeping like this. Okay, so there is a gap between two. Then here you can change the measure type and minor type. Everything you can change here. Then let's go to vertical. So minimum is 0 and maximum is 12. So minimum is 0, maximum is 12. So this is 0 and this is 12. You can increase this value from here. Okay, like this you can change the things from vertical. Series marks is also there, so you can show here. Everything is there. Now let's talk about horizontal things. So most important thing in this chart is how you can change these values. Okay, so this value you can easily change. Now you can see here, you can change the grouping. For example, if you see this whole chart, it is having value between 35 to 45. This is 45 to 50. Then it is having 55 to 65. Then it is having 65 to 75. Like this you can change for this value, this chart also. Okay, how you can choose? So you just select it, go to series and marks. Okay, and here you can see bins. Okay, go to bins and bin width, and bin width you can select 10. Okay, if you select 10, So it will show you 35 to 45 because your marks is starting from 35. Nobody is below than 35. That's why your marks is in 35. 35 to 45, 10. 45 to 55, 10. You can make it 20 also. Okay. Like this, you can change the bin width. Okay. I am making it 10. So it will give you same like this one. Okay. So it is there. Okay. So it's very simple. You can turn on the data labels also. You can see the data labels here. Okay, so in this way you can draw your statistical chart, which is histogram. Now let's go to next combo chart, which is your column and line. This is most important one. It will be always there to just compare your values with another value. For example, this is sales value and this is profit percentage. You want to compare this sales value. So this is your sales value, which is 40,000, 50,000, and your profit percentage is this 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20, 22. Okay, so if you want to show this, you need to just go to your chart sheet. Okay, just go to your values, you select it, you will go to insert and you will go to your combo chart. In combo chart, again 3 things are there. First is your clustered combo chart, second is your clustered line secondary axis, and third one is your column clustered. So same thing I'll explain you. First is this one. Okay, now you can see your line is not visible. So your line should be, you will change this setting. I'll tell you what you need to do. So what you need to do, for example, you have two things here, sales and profit. Now your sales value is in 40, 50,000 like this, but your this line chart line, which is your profit 1%, is not showing because it's in percentage, right? Percentage means 0.1, 2, 3 like this, and it is in 1000. So what you need to do, you just to select your chart, you just go to data, and in data you will find multiple values. For example, here there are two things, which is your sales and profit. Now your profit is not visible because your sales value is very high. So you'll go to profit, you will click on this drop down and you will select it as a secondary axis. So because it is secondary axis, it will show you actual comparison. So in this way you can draw your chart of combo. You can change the things from here. For example, you want to show it as a stack column, you can show like that, but I will keep it like a line, so it will show us a comparison. So in this way you can draw this chart also. It is again simple. Just need to remember that whenever your second value, whatever it will be, it is, if it is small, then just select your axis as a secondary axis, so it will put it on a secondary axis. Okay, that's the only hack over there. Okay, now let's go to next, which is your area chart. Before that, I want to show you one more thing. For example, if you want to select this one, you'll go to insert, and there are multiple options over there in this combo chart also. So I'm selecting this one, which is our stack area. If I'm clicking on the stack area, it will show us area. Okay, again, if I go to profit and if I'm clicking on this, which is clustered, okay, it will show us this. I put it on secondary axis, which is profit. Now it is showing this thing. Okay, so the difference is only here it is showing the bar or column, and here it is showing us area. Okay, that's the only difference. Okay, there is no other difference over there. Okay, now next is our area chart. Only same thing, just trend line, whatever trend line you are drawing over here, it will fill with the color, and we'll use this for area chart. Okay, now what it do, so it does compare values across the categories. This is the first thing it is doing. Second is show difference between item, month wise sales, product wise revenue. It's same, not that much difference. Mostly we'll use this data for showing daily active users on app, monthly active users on app. This is most important chart for that parameter. Okay, now let's understand with the Excel sheet. So area chart we have very simple. So we have week on week, and we have active users and inactive users. I'm selecting this, going to insert and clicking on other charts, and here I can see area charts. So this is your area chart, this is your stack area, and this is your 100% stack area. So I'm clicking on area chart. Okay, and it will give you chart like this, same chart that I have drawn over here. We reduce the size of it, it will be same, right? This is same chart that I have drawn here. Okay, so in this way you can chart, you can select your chart and you can draw it. You can change it to 100% stack also, it will show you 100% stack. You can select to only stack area, then it will show you a stack, which is I have written over here. Okay, so I have given all the examples in this sheet. You can download this sheet from the description. Let's go to next chart, which is our hierarchical chart. So this is a one kind of a relational or tree map. It will show you the parent child relationship. So for example, let's take an example of this. So we have category, products and sales. Okay, so this is the category in electronics. There is mobile, laptop and tablet, and this is the sales that we have done. Okay, so want to show this in the terms of parent child relationship. So see, show parent child relationship and category subcategory breakdown. So for example, we have electronics, this is the category, and subcategories mobile, laptop and tablet. Okay, want to show this one in one graph. So how we'll show? So we'll use hierarchical chart. Okay, so if you can see, electronics, three things are there: electronics, laptop is there, mobile is there, tablet is there, and this box size is showing us sales value. So here you can see laptop is 60, here laptop is 60, then it will be a mobile 40, then it's mobile 40, and then it will be tablet 30, then it will be tablet 30. So this is the only chart which will show you parent child relationship. Okay, same thing you can use with this chart, which is this circular option, where you can see the furniture, electronics and clothes options are there. Under the electronics, laptop is there, mobile is there, tablet is there. Under the clothes, it's women's and men's clothes. Then in furniture, it's sofa, table and the chair. These three options are there. Okay, same you can see furniture, table, chair. In clothing, it's woman and men. Okay, so in furniture, sofa, table, chair, and in clothing, it's woman and men. So this is the only use of this chart. You can draw this chart very easily. Just go to your hierarchical tree map. So this is your table. Just go select. Okay, go to insert, other charts. In other charts, you select on this hierarchical chart. Okay, and it will create some same chart for you. Okay, if you go here other charts, if you want circle one, so it will create a circle one. Okay, so whatever you want, you can create according to that. Let's go to next one, which is your waterfall chart. This is important for the people who are working in finance domain, want to create a create a chart for the profit, cash flow or the balance sheet. Okay, for that we'll use this profit, cash flow, variance analysis, and step by step changes it will show us. So for example, this is opening account, which is 10,000. Then we have earn with 40,000, which is sales. Then 8,000 returns gone, marketing cost gone, salary gone, rent gone, tax gone, and closing balance is 75,000. Okay, so we have added closing balance as 75,000. So it will show you your opening balance was 0, then you added opening balance, which is 1 lakh, then you gain 40,000 rupees from sales, then minus 8,000, then minus 12,000, minus 20,000, minus 10,000, minus 15,000, and now you added 75,000. So this is your total balance, which is 1,50,000 will be your final balance. Okay, so for that, this will show you the graph. This is mostly we have seen in the stock market. Okay, so that's why I told you this will be used in cash flow and finance analysis. Okay, similarly you can draw this very easy. Again, maybe make sure that your values, some values will be in minus, so that you will see this pattern. If the values are in plus, then your graph will go up. Okay, so for example, we had a share which was 1 lakh rupees, then it increased to 40,000 rupees again, so value goes to 1,40,000, then it dropped to minus 8,000, then minus 12,000, then minus 20,000, minus 10,000 and minus 15,000. Okay, so it dropped throughoutly. So it will be like it dropped by almost minus 13,000. So it dropped from minus 30,000, again it increased to 75,000. So the final value will be 1,50,000. So in this way you can draw this waterfall chart. So you just need to select your table, that go to insert, other charts. In other charts you need to select the waterfall, and it will create a chart which is this one. Okay, and this is your waterfall chart. Okay, so in this way you can draw your chart. Let's go to next chart. This is again important. Okay, waterfall chart, so you just need to practice it. Next is radar chart. It's not that important, good for analysis, especially in quality management, so we'll use this. So it's compare multiple metrics for one or more items, and this is performance comparison. So for example, we have this table which is having skill and score. So skills and score, so you can draw your graph. For example, you have your data analytics skills. So these are data analytics skills we are having, and where you are standing. So this is the score out of 10. Okay, for that we are measuring over here. You can see score. This is communication, so communication you got 7, problem solving you got 9, Excel you have 9, in SQL you are 8, in statistics you are 8, in presentation you are 7, in Python you are poor, which is this is your 9, 8, 7, 6, in Power BI you are again 7. Okay, so like this you can compare your skills over here. So for that we'll use radar chart. Simple thing, how to draw it, just go to your table, select it, go to insert, go to other charts and click on your radar. So this is radar without markers, this with marker, and radar with the area. So if I click on area, so it will show you area, it will fill the your chart. Okay, like this. So in this way you can draw your charts, radar charts, by just selecting this table. Now let's go to our last one. Okay, and this is important one. Mostly in business funnel you need to like draw this graph. We'll draw this chart in our Power BI lectures also, so this is important. So basically the chart will be good whenever you will be having the values in funnel. Okay, this is your funnel. Okay, so V shape funnel, this is V shape. Okay, so your value, first value should be high, then little less, less. Here 10,000, 6,500, 5,000, 3,500, 2,200, 1,500, 800, and this will be your 300. Okay, like this is will work. So there is no axis on this. This is only a kind of idealization. Whenever you want to compare your values with some other values, you want to understand your business funnel, then you will use this. This is called as funnel chart only, so this will be applicable for only funnel. So this shows stage wise drop. So for example, if I clear this, so earlier it was 10,000, now it's dropped to 6,500. Okay, so it was 10,000 dropped to 6,500, which is almost 35% drop is there, minus 35%. So you can see how much drop is there. Okay, and you will use this in every pipeline, whether it's sales or business funnel, or you will use in hiring. For example, you had a 10,000 candidate. Now after screening round you selected 6,500, then out of that only 5,000 people appeared for interview, then 3,500 pass it, then second round, third round, fourth round, and this is the final round. Okay, for that you will use this funnel chart. Okay, I'll show you how can you draw this. Just go to your table, just click here. Okay, go to insert, go to your other charts and click on the funnel chart. Okay, this will show you your funnel chart. Okay, so in this way you can draw all your charts. Okay, these are most important charts, 12 charts which is there in Excel. You can draw each and every chart, you can practice each and everything. Okay guys, I hope you understood each and everything about the Excel, because this was our last lecture for the Excel for data analytics. From next lecture we are going to see about SQL. Okay, so see you in next lecture. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you. Okay guys, I hope you have understood each and everything about Excel for data analytics, and this was the end of our series which is Excel for data analytics. Please let me know how do you feel about this series, whether this series help you to upskill or not. Do you want same series for SQL, Power BI or Python? Please let me know. I will help you out. I will create same series for other stuff also. Okay, see you in next lecture where we will be able to cover multiple things regarding data analytics. So see you in next lecture. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.